In the TRATON Group, we have 5 shared core values. For each of the core values, there is a corresponding main stakeholder. Our stakeholders are the recipients of our effort, the ones judging the results we are capable of producing. So, when we have a core value in front of our eyes, we also have a stakeholder in mind. Even if there is one main stakeholder per core value, there are overlaps. Several of the core values are linked to more than one stakeholder. So, this is a much better illustration of the values. For instance, if we want people to help eliminate waste, they need to be respected. When people sense trust and belonging, they will start to improve and experiment and try new things. They will also know that a possible failure is just regarded as a learning opportunity. If people do not sense respect, the search for waste elimination will simply not happen. The second thing is that the core values make little sense in isolation. We always have to look upon them together and balance them. Satisfying customer needs, for example, comes first, yes. We clearly state this in one of our core values, but not at any cost, and not if it means that it violates the responsibility we have towards society. The core value, customer first, is about the fact that we are only successful when our customers are successful. We continuously need to understand our current and future customers' businesses, and we need to establish long-term relationships with them. So, no matter what it is we do, we need to consider what the value for the end customer will be. This core value is about the end customer, the user of our products, services, and solutions. We, of course, also need to understand why some customers are not our customers yet. So, what is this core value not about then? Well, for instance, we have to be careful with anecdotal learning. Just asking one customer and then running after what he or she says, that can lead us in the wrong direction. Elimination of waste is about the tireless work to find and remove actions and activities that have no real value to our end customers. We talk about activities, but we also mean features on our products and services that no one is prepared to pay for. A lot of waste can be identified when we try to understand deviations from our targets and standards. Deviations are learning opportunities. We learn to solve problems, and we learn how to make sure the deviation does not reoccur. Old truths are also often hidden waste. Elimination of waste signals a culture based on continuous improvement, with participation from each and every individual. Improvement should happen every day. When it comes to problem solving, lesson number 1 is not to jump to conclusions. Remember the famous quote by Albert Einstein, "If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions." Respect is about respect for the individual. Mutual respect is a requirement if we want psychological safety, individual responsibility, and creativity. This core value is based on our belief that each individual can and should contribute, has the right to be heard, and has the potential to grow and learn over time. One key attribute to bring this core value to life is curiosity. Curiosity of what other people know, curiosity of new experiences and other ideas on how things can be done. On the other side of the coin, there are, of course, things to look out for and consequently avoid, like seeking out individuals to blame. In an inclusive culture, we blame lack of training, missing standards, or bad instructions, not the individual. We recognize the TRATON Group is part of a greater society. We are not only part of the transport industry, we are part of our society. This means that we always act with integrity and look beyond our immediate areas of responsibility. We consider the long-term impact of our actions. Naturally, we honor all legal and compliance standards. This builds trust. Being responsible builds trust, and this trust is what we need towards our customers, business partners, and society at large. Transparency and honesty are two further key traits we need in order to live this core value properly. We do not stick our head in the sand and hope for a miracle. We do not withhold information. When we talk about team spirit, we link it to the main stakeholder TRATON Group and partners. Our group consists of a number of companies with different histories and partly differing cultures. To be able to create synergies and improved customer value, we need to live a strong team spirit. In the TRATON Group large-scale team, and all the way down to the small, everyday teams people work in. Team spirit means coming with a good intent and assuming good intent from others. Trust and transparency are also key ingredients. We need to listen across the table and keep our minds open for alternative ways of doing things. The same spirit also goes outside of the formal group, for instance, with our business partners, in a partnership in which both parties can gain and win something extra.